Hey there YouTube. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to get a flawless face when you don't have one. So I already have a foundation video and how to apply bronzer in the correct places, blah 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 blah, but I thought I'd show you one for kind of my everyday corrective skincare for my makeup. That doesn't make sense, but you get what I'm saying. The first thing that I do, of course, is I pull back my hair and put it up. I notice a lot of people on YouTube don't put their hair back when they make like foundation videos and stuff, and I don't know why you wouldn't, why you would spend the time sitting there pulling your hair back out of your face and stuff when you can just put it up. So I have a ton of these little headband things. I think I got them at the dollar store, like 3 of them in a pack for $1, and I just put it in a little clip and I have my hair back so that I can start my makeup process. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a primer. I use Hard Candy Sheer Envy. I'm almost out. I love this stuff. I use it every day. And this is just to... Woo! Exploding. This is just kind of to, prevent the makeup from really touching your face, and B, to... it kind of fills in any wrinkles or cracks you have in your face or anything like that. Kind of builds a barrier. This stuff should feel lightweight. You shouldn't feel like you have it on. You just rub it all over. I rub it down into my neck. And I keep going with this. I rub it everywhere, including on my lips and on my eyes. Now, I've gotten a lot of comments on my skin. Thank you, you guys. But, like I said, my skin is far from flawless. You see I have really dark circles under my eyes. I do have a lot of blemishes and some spots on my face. I have freckles, which I don't like. I don't like freckles. I'm not a big fan of freckles on myself. I like them on other people, but for some reason I hate them on myself. So, I like to make sure that those are covered up. And so now that I have my primer on, I'm going to apply my foundation. Now I know there's some confusion whether to put your concealer on first or your foundation on first. Sometimes I apply before and after. Sometimes I apply before or just after. I think it's all really up to you and your preference. I'm going to be using NYC's Liquid Makeup Foundation. And I'm using it in Ivory because I'm very light skinned. And I'm just going to put some of that onto my hand here. And you can take a stippling brush, you can use your hands, you can use anything you want. I use this little brush right here. I'm not a huge fan of concealer brushes for some reason. I don't know. Sometimes I like them and sometimes I don't. So I'm just using this brush. It's just a face brush. It's not really for this, but I use it for it anyhow. So I'm just going to push some of that foundation into the brush, and then I'm just going to tap all over my entire face. And I am just going to make circles and blend it in the best that I can. Make sure you go over your eyes too. Make sure you go onto your ears, into your hairline, down below your chin. You don't want any of those streaks, those yucky streaks from your makeup foundation. Definitely don't want any of those. As you can see, my skin is a little shiny. That's perfectly fine because we're going to apply powder later over the top to take away some of that shimmeriness and also to set this. Now, I'm going to show you one of my biggest secrets. For foundation, a lot of times I use e.l.f.'s foundation, or I use Hard Candy's foundation, NYX foundation, concealer. I use their concealer. But I do have a secret weapon, and it is what we in the theater world like to call pancake makeup. I have pancake concealer. This one is from Paramedical Camouflage Foundation. This one's ivory beige. You're supposed to put it, like we would, if you were in theater, you would put this all over your entire face. I just use it for my concealer. You can go online and just look up theater makeup and you can find this stuff. This stuff is amazing. It's a little heavier, but it covers everything. So I'm going to just take some of that with my finger, and I'm going to go over any blemishes or spots that I want covered. I have a cut on my lip from my silly dog, and I have a few blemishes that I want to make sure are covered. I also want to make this, it's like a triangle right here in your face. It's on the start of your cheekbone, closest towards your nose, and you just want to bring it down into this, your nasal crease is what it's called. And I just want to blend that out. This stuff is fantastic. And I'm going to do that on the other side. I'm going to do that little triangle right there. And then I'm of course going to go underneath my eyes. Cover those dark circles. And I'm going to go right underneath my brow. And I'm also going to take some of that and I'm going to go right down the line of my nose. Blend that out. And I'm going to go right here underneath my nose. And right here on my chin. The places that I just did right here under my nose and on my chin, there's a notorious places for redness. So make sure you have those covered up so that even later on in the day you're still covered. So now I've basically covered all the spots that I want, any blemishes and things like that. Like I said, this pancake makeup is great. If you do have any major blemishes, zits, things like that, that stuff creates like almost, it builds up so that it makes your skin look even as opposed to just some big lump on your face or anything like that. This stuff really helps. And it can also help with wrinkles. If you have wrinkles, it like fills in the creases. It works wonders. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply powder over my face. And I just use, this is CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder. And I just put some in my top. I don't need tons because I don't use tons of powder on my face. In my opinion, this stuff stinks, but it works amazing. And I'm just going to take a face brush. This is just one of my face brushes. And I'm going to dab it into the lid. And I am just going to dust that over my entire face. This just seals and locks in anything, this just seals and locks in everything that you've just applied. So that way it stays put all day long. What it does is it's going to soak up and absorb any of the oils that were in the concealer and the foundation so that it doesn't rub off and smudge during the day. Now, I apply this for everyday makeup. A lot of people are going to say that that's way too much makeup. That's fine. You can just use this for a nighttime look. I do this for during the day. I know it's horrible for your skin, but I do it anyway. So I'm not going to place blame on you if you do it too. So, next what I'm going to do is start contouring my face. I know a lot of people contour before they put the face powder on, but I like to contour afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an angle shaped face brush, and I'm going to take my bronzer. This is Bombshell Blush Crush Baked Blush by Hard Candy, and I'm just going to take that. And what I do first, I don't blend first. I take my angled brush and I place it anywhere that I want my face to be contoured. So I want it there, and here on the other side, kind of in the hollows of my cheeks. It's going to look crazy for a minute. And then I do it on either side of my nose. And right at the temples of my forehead. And on either side of my chin. Then what I do is I take a fluffy face brush and I go and I make circles over the top of that, just to blend it in, so I don't have any crazy harsh lines and someone's like, holy crap, I can see your makeup lines. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is apply my blush. I'm using e.l.f. This one is Pink Passion, and I love this color. I think it's beautiful. And I'm going to take a fluffy face brush. It's a different one than I was using. I have about 100 of these things. And I'm going to pat that in. And I'm just going to go on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm going to wisp it back towards my hairline. And the last thing that I'm going to do is apply a highlight. This one is Honeymoon in the Blush Crust Baked Blush by Hard Candy. This one's it's like a salmon-y pink, and it's really bright. A lot of people would use this just as their blush, but I like to use it as a highlighter. It's just this really pretty light pearly color, and I just go right below my eyes, right above where I just placed my blush. And it just kind of adds a little highlight. I also go right down the center of my nose, right in the middle of my chin, and the center of my forehead. Now I check and make sure that I have no lines created in my hairline or under my jaw or towards my ears. And this is how I do my face makeup every day. I trick people a lot. People think that I have really good skin when actually I have a lot of blemishes, I have a lot of freckles, and I don't think you can see my freckles now. And I think that this is a great way to put on your makeup. If you don't want to put it on that way, that's fine. That's your prerogative. This is just how I put on my foundation and everyday face makeup to get my flawless skin. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comments or questions, leave them below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to look out for my blog page. You can find that on my main page of YouTube. And I can't wait to see you guys on my next video. Thanks, YouTube. Bye.